welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making camarones a la diabla with a Mexican white rice. So stay tuned and we'll get started.
So to get started, the first thing that you want to do is get your sauce going. You want to get a small pot of water and add your dried chilies. I used 5 guajillo chilies. I opened them up, removed the seeds, and gave them a quick rinse. To add some extra spiciness, I used 4 chile de árbol and I used 3 Roma tomatoes. If you want this spicier, you can always add more chile de árbol. You want to go ahead and cover this up and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. At this point, you also want to get your rice going. For a white Mexican rice, it's 1 cup of white rice, 2 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of butter, about 1/3 of a cup of frozen veggies, and 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. You want to go ahead and bring this to a boil, cover it up, and then let it simmer for 17 minutes. Once your sauce ingredients have finished boiling, you want to go ahead and transfer them to your blender. Please make sure to remove the stems for your chile de árbol, and also keep the steeping liquid. That is the water that we cook the chilies in. You will be needing that just to get some more liquid for your sauce. I used about 1 cup, but you may need more. You just want enough to cover your ingredients so that they are able to blend. You don't want a super, thick sauce. You want it, you want it a little saucy there. So yeah, you want to go ahead and add the 1 cup of the steeping liquid. I did also season this with about 1 teaspoon of oregano. I used the Mexican kind, which is pretty strong, so a little goes a long way. And also for some extra spiciness, I did also use a garlic, as you can see. But like I was saying, for extra spiciness, I used 1 chipotle pepper. This one was a pretty big one. So I only used 1, and I used most of the chipotle sauce that was in the little tin, as much as I could get out. Go ahead and use that. All the flavor is in there, and of course some salt to taste. So you want to go ahead and cover that up and give it a good blend. You guys, you want to blend this, I would say, for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to make sure that you get everything really mixed. And we're still going to need to strain it, but you want to go ahead and make sure that you get a really smooth texture. Also at this time, my rice was ready, which is perfect. So I just went ahead and I fluffed it up with a fork, and then I covered it up and had it on standby, because at this point, this meal only takes 30 minutes from start to finish. So you want to make sure that your rice is ready at the same time as your shrimp, so that you do not have to wait. And trust me, you do not want to. Once you make this and you can smell it, you're gonna love it. So for your shrimp, I did go ahead and devein them. I washed them and dried them with paper towels, and I also seasoned them on both sides with a little bit of salt and pepper, and that is always to taste, but you want to do it on both sides. Why? Because we eat both sides, you guys. So go ahead and then you can start heating up a large skillet. I used about 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and I am cooking this on medium high. The first thing I did was start sauteing my onions, and you want to cook them until translucent. Now that's going to take you about 2 to 3 minutes. We just want to make sure, that they're cooked down. So yeah, about 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can move on to the next step, which I will let you guess. Go ahead. You guys already know I love me some garlic. So I used about 4 large garlic cloves, and once you smell the garlic, then it is time to move on to your next step, which is adding the shrimp. So as you add the shrimp, just make sure to move aside the onions, just so that the shrimp is touching the pan and that you get a good sear. They are gonna cook in the sauce as well, but I like to get a good sear for the texture. And trust me, you guys, this extra step is worth it. So cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then we can go ahead and start adding our delicious sauce. And like I had mentioned, you do want to strain this because we are working with a lot of dried chilies. So just go ahead and start adding your sauce. And since we are cooking on high heat, you want to go ahead and start mixing it up from the bottom of the pan as well as you go. You want to bring this to a boil so that you can let your shrimp continue to cook. And at this time, they are both done. That only takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can go ahead and plate. And doesn't that look amazing, you guys?
So we're at the end. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.